Have you ever wondered about the origins of the term, the Promised Land? How did this small region of the world come to hold such significant historical, religious, and political importance? In the annals of history, the Promised Land was once known as Canaan. According to the Hebrew Bible, this land was promised to the Israelites, descendants of Abraham, by God. Canaan, a prosperous and fertile region, lay between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea, a region today known as Israel. The history of the Promised Land is deeply entwined with the narrative of the Israelites. The name Israel first appears around the 13th century BCE in an Egyptian inscription, referring to a people or a tribal federation. This federation was composed of 12 tribes, each one named after a son or grandson of Jacob, who was also called Israel. The Israelites, while initially semi-nomadic, eventually established a kingdom in Canaan under the leadership of King Saul around the 11th century BCE. King David succeeded Saul, moving the capital to Jerusalem and expanding the kingdom's borders. David's son Solomon further fortified the kingdom, building the first temple in Jerusalem, a symbol of the unification and religious identity of Israel. Yet the history of the Promised Land is not without its share of turmoil. After Solomon's death, the kingdom split into two, Israel to the north and Judah to the south. Both kingdoms were eventually conquered, Israel by the Assyrians in the 8th century BCE and Judah by the Babylonians in the 6th century BCE. The temple was destroyed and the Israelites were exiled, marking the beginning of the Jewish diaspora. The land was then ruled by various empires, Persians, Greeks, and Romans, among others. Each left their mark, but none could erase the deep-rooted connection of the Jewish people to this land. With the destruction of the Second Temple by the Romans in the 1st century CE, the Jewish diaspora spread further. Yet the dream of return, of a homeland, remained a central theme in Jewish prayers and hopes. Fast forward to the 20th century, the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948 marked the realization of that dream for many Jews. However, it also ignited one of the most contentious and ongoing conflicts in modern history, with the Palestinian people who also lay claim to the land. To summarize, the Promised Land, known in ancient times as Canaan and later as Judea, has a rich history that is deeply intertwined with the story of the Israelites. From the biblical promise of a homeland to the establishment of the State of Israel, this land has been at the center of religious beliefs, historical events, and political conflicts. It is a testament to the enduring connection between a people and their land, a connection forged through faith, history, and shared identity.